Hello guys, welcome back to Showlever Celebrity News and Updates, where we bring you the right update and all of what you will like to know. If you are new here, or if at all you are just passing by for the first time, please take some minutes of your time to subscribe, like, comment and hit the notification button so that you will not miss in any of my uploads. By the time Carlos Alcaraz was 12 years old, tennis star Lee too had already retired at least once from professional tennis. Returning to tennis after 6 years, it became clear on Tuesday night that the 28-year-old was not going to let his first two meetings go to waste. The world number 186 had hoped ahead of this first-round clash on Arthur Ashe Stadium that whatever happened he would try to give young player Carlos Alcaraz, who is the 2022 champion, a 3, 4, 5 really great rounds. So he tried everything and did his best against the third seed. He failed on the first set and on the second. He lobbed the ball twice and spooned a serve that barely reached the net. His resistance was finally broken after 4 sets and nearly 3 hours. But not before sending his body to hell and Alcaraz going through tough trials. The Spaniard eventually won by 6-2, 4-6, 6-3, 6-1. Their paths had never crossed until last Tuesday night. They often play in different circles and evolve in different worlds. They've always been unlikely dance partners, a qualifier who helped make his US Open debut, and a young star in the sport. But on Tuesday night, they teamed up to bring the crowd inside Arthur Ashe Stadium to its feet. What was supposed to be a short, brutal beating turned into a great brawl. Everyone loved it, except Alcaraz and his team. When two caught the moment and Arthur Ashe turned up the volume, Alcaraz was talking between himself and his corner. He could do without such a workout, especially after twisting his ankle during training a few days ago. The only positive, he made it through the second round, and his body held up well too. But the Spaniard will be concerned about the way his game broke down at times. He made just 2 unforced errors in the first set played at full speed. He scored 18 points in the second half to tie the match. Part of the change is due to the qualifiers, who usually compete on the Challenger Tour and have qualified for the main draw of a Grand Slam for the first time. You seem ready to sink from the start before getting a foothold and making some great exchanges at this point. But most of Alcaraz's failures were the result of his own poor performance. It is the Spaniard's shadow that has impressed Arthur Ashe in recent years. It is not time to panic yet, but if he is to win again next week, and if he is to become only the 7th man in the Open era to win 3 majors in a single year, the 21-year-old will have to find more gears. Just before going to meet Arthur Ashe, his compatriot Nick Kyrgios asks too if he can spring a surprise. You are not convinced and quickly explain why. The qualification was broken at 0 in the opening match and led by 3-0 after 10 minutes. He won only 3 points during that period. She hadn't won a single ATP match all year. So it was no surprise the Australian was all smiles when he finally scored his first point. He got the crowd to their feet and raised their fists. Before long, we had a game on our hands. As Lee too advanced, Alcaraz became more brutal. However, at 4-3 in the second set, the world number 3 still in the lead and is about to get a good night's rest. Unfortunately, his opponent had other ideas, as he broke to Alcaraz to level the set and then level the match. He won 5 set points and celebrated by clapping his hands and waving to the crowd. Alcaraz eventually took control of the ship and outplayed the Australian to force him to surrender. From 2-3 in the third set he won 9 straight games. He looked exhausted, but there was still time for the final, and the Australian saved 2 match points to avoid a bagel. At the time, the crowd was chanting Lee too's name. They love Alcaraz here, but even he stood up and applauded when Arthur Ashe said goodbye to another player who had won many hearts. Thank you for watching to the end. If you have something to tell us about this video, leave your comment on the comment section below. Your comments matters a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video and share. See you next